Hi, what's up? My name is Lee and welcome to my channel. I'm a cruelty-free YouTuber and today I created this full face of Colourpop, only Colourpop. I did pick up a few things that I was missing just to complete the full face. So some of this is not really first impression, but some of this is like very new to me, but most of it is things that I love and adore for years and years. I did also show everything that I own from Colourpop, all of my blushes, my everything that I have. I haven't used everything, but I did show everything, so if you're interested in that, just keep on watching. Some of the things that I've tried aren't my favorite, but for the most part, everything is so beautiful. I love Colourpop, and I'm sorry I haven't been uploading regularly or at all. It's just, it's been shitty, to be honest. Everything was awful for a while, and like things are not back to normal, but I'm trying. So sorry, and if you want to see how I achieved this look and everything I own from Colourpop, then just keep on watching. So I will be starting with my base. I do have three concealers from Colourpop. One is the No Filter concealer, which I have in two shades. The white, which is just Fair 00, it's just completely white, and the light 10. This one is almost out. I used a few of these already, like this used to be my OG, but now I am using the Pretty Fresh concealer, which I feel is better in every single way. My shade is Fair 15W, which I kind of feel like whenever I watch a video of someone using this concealer, they always use this shade. So I don't know what that means, but this is kind of just a tiny bit lighter than my skin tone, not really, and during winter it's like a perfect match. I don't usually use concealer to highlight, and the only reason I have the white one is just like for, you know, Halloween like costume makeup, as a cut crease base with really light colors, stuff like that. I don't actually use this to lighten my complexion, you know what I mean? Anyway, I'm gonna use the Pretty Fresh one today, which is just my favorite. I don't know how I'm gonna get through the other one, but I will try. And I'm gonna use their powder, which is the No Filter pressed sheer pressed powder. I do have mine in the shade Fair. This used to live in my handbag. As you can see, I have a pretty big pan in it. Nowadays, I just don't leave my house every day, to be honest, like just to walk my dog, but not to, you know, go to work and stuff. So I don't have any makeup in my bag because I don't have anything in my bag, you know what I mean? So anyway, I'm gonna use these two for my face today. And I also got a new brush. I did pick up a few small things just to complete my look for this video, and I picked up the F10 brush, which is like, I'm not gonna use only Colourpop brushes, like not at all, but I did want to pick up a new brush just for like concealing, because the other brush I use is really Techniques and it's really big, and I kind of felt like I wanted a smaller one. So this is the F10, if I haven't said that already, and I am going to use this to just blend out my concealer. And for my powder, I'm going to use my Juvia's Place brush. This is the #1 tapered blending brush, which I always use for powder. So let's go. As usual, I am always just trying to even out my skin tone. I don't really use concealer to like highlight that much, just because I don't wear foundation, so I don't feel like I need to balance, you know, the canvas that the foundation gives. Like I just don't get that, so I don't feel like I need to contour and highlight all that dramatically. I hope that makes sense. I never do my forehead, but now that I shaved my head again, maybe I should. No, that was easy. Let's see how this one goes. Maybe for like my face, I will need a bigger brush, even though I do use like on very, very, very small areas of my face. Yeah, this is working well. The only thing I have underneath my makeup is just my skincare, so like moisturizer, some serums from The Ordinary, but nothing like too crazy, no primer or anything. I don't really wear primer on a day-to-day basis, especially when I'm just playing with makeup and not worrying about like longevity and stuff like that. Here I have like a sunspot or hyperpigmentation, I don't know how to call it, but it's like really annoying. My mom actually has the same thing. Like as far back as I can remember, she's had this mark, but for her and for my sister, it's on the left cheek, and for me, it's on my right. So this brush is kind of dense. I was hoping for something a little bit more fluffy, just to make everything look more airbrushed, but I am able to get it like nice and tight underneath my eye, which is exactly what I wanted. So this would have been perfect if it was just a little bit fluffier. Maybe it is better for powder, actually. Maybe next time I will use it for applying powder underneath my eyes, like on, you know, tighter areas. This powder actually is not my favorite. It's really easy to use because, you know, it's pressed, and most of my other powders are loose, and that's why I have such a big pan in it, but I mostly use it during winter because it's really not that long lasting on me. So right now I'm just, you know, doing this because I'm doing a full face of Colourpop, but if I wasn't, this wouldn't be my first choice during the summer, because, you know, the moment I start like sweating and everything, it just completely dissolves on me. It doesn't really do a good job in setting. Like it sets, but it's not very long lasting. So if you have dry skin, I'm pretty sure you'll absolutely love this, but for me, for my combo skin, it's just not my favorite. When I finish it up, I'm not gonna repurchase it. So that's it for my base. Let's move on to cheeks. I do have a ton of cheek products from Colourpop. Like generally, I just have a lot of Colourpop in my collection. That's why I wanted to like do this combination video of my Colourpop collection and also get ready with me full face using just Colourpop. Anyway, I have two Super Shock cheeks, one in the shade Holiday. This one, it's like a bright coral, basically. It's very, very summery, and I'm kind of tempted to use it, even though I have used it on my channel in the past. This one is in the shade Prenup, a beautiful, like dusty, purpley, mauvey, like cool tone pink, which I adore. And I picked up 3 new products. This formulation is new to me completely. I have tested it out, I think, once, just like without filming it, because I haven't filmed in like 2 months. But anyway, I have the shade Roosevelt and the shade Mic Drop. So, oh my god, this just completely popped out. Oh my god. Oh, it's full of dog hair. I did clean my floors today, so it's not as bad as it could have been, and also it's like completely inside the tube, so I'm pretty sure once I like completely rub this top layer, it should be fine. So this is a nice small swatch of the shade, what was it? Mic Drop. I hope I can get this back in the crap, that was disturbing. Yeah, it's completely loose now. Like, what the hell am I supposed to do with this? Is it like it doesn't snap back on? And I can still use it to like twist. It does lock inside somehow, but it's completely loose. I will try to use it, but I will have to be really careful with it when I open it now. Now we know. But this is the shade that I did use before. So yeah, this one is stuck in there like it should. This is the shade Roosevelt, and I kind of bought it to be a bit of a bronzy shade because I don't have a bronzer. I don't have a Colourpop bronzer, and when I did place my order, this was one of the things that I wanted to pick up, but they were out of stock on all of the shades that could possibly match me. It's a nude warm tone blush, and I did try this, and it wasn't that bronzy on me, but that's okay. And the last blush I have is this one, which I also thought might be a good option for a bronzer. This is the shade Lunar Has It. This is pretty like a really orange blush, so maybe a combination of this two could be kind of a nice bronze for me. Let's try it, shall we? I will start with the blush stick in the shade Roosevelt. For a cream like blush bronzer situation, I really like the e.l.f. a small stipple brush, which is just a duo fiber brush by e.l.f. and it's really small. You can really like get a nice precise blend with it, as opposed to like really large brushes, which I don't tend to use for my face because I have a small face. So I will kind of, I don't know if bronze is the right word, but I will kind of blush drape with this, I guess. Yeah, it's pretty blushy. Like, I'm not gonna come here and pretend that it's a bronzer, you know. So let's try this out. And this formula, as I said, it's new to me. It's new in my collection, and it's pretty like it's pretty blendable. It's very slippery, like silicone-y, and it was long lasting on me. I have to say, like, Colourpop is pretty long lasting on me, and I do have, as I said, combo skin, so not everything I've tried was long lasting on me. And even brands that have much steeper price points did like tend to, you know, fade on me worse than Colourpop. I do find Colourpop to be a little bit more long lasting on me, so that's why I keep coming back to them. They just have all of these launches and, you know, like all of these collections, and everything is very trendy, and you can just pick something up, and I know that it will work. Like, I know the quality is there, but I do try not to pick up everything. I just try to pick up stuff that I know I will just love in general, and not like because it's trending right now, you know what I mean? So anyway, this was Roosevelt. It is not rosy, it's pretty bronzy on me, which I like. I do prefer it as a blush. Like, this is not my preferred shade of bronzer, but it works. On this fluffy brush, this is sheer blush brush from EcoTools. I will take some of that quite powdery Lunar Has It blush pen, and I will just warm up my complexion even more just on the perimeters of my face and try to blend everything together. I'm not trying to add like a lot of color now at this point, just trying to make it a little bit, I don't know, even bronzier. Yeah, I like this. I feel cute. Okay. Now for actual blush, I will try to use this mic drop one, and just for the sake of it not falling off my component again, I think I will have to like glue this. Like, what the fuck, man? I will just glue this somehow, but it does still twist up and down. It works, and all of the like dog hair is deposited on my hand at this point, so I will just take some on my brush here. Actually, I could have just, no, this is dirty. Okay, no, that was the right call. So just kind of blend it out a little bit, and then move on to the apples of my cheeks. And this shade is gorgeous. Like, this is just what I like. It looks like I am actually like this is the shade of my blush tone, like when I'm blushing. I'm trying not to overdo it, just because I don't want to overdo it. I don't know why. I tried explaining why I don't want to overdo things. Like, the meaning of overdo it is doing it more than I should, I think. But anyway, yeah, this is just gonna be my complexion, and now let's move on to highlight. I have two Super Shock highlights. I have this shade Rocket Science, which I have used on my channel a few times at this point. It's purple and it's gorgeous. It's so wet looking and beautiful. And I also got, because the only highlighter I have from Colourpop is literally purple, I did pick up just a golden one. This one is Lunch Money. It's one of their bestseller. Like, I think I used to have Flexitarian, but it was just too silvery for me. Like, I don't like really icy highlighters, so this one is better. It is still a little bit icy for me, but I do like it. So I'm gonna use the small fluff brush, the F5. Actually, I think this formula works better with my fingers, which I knew that, but I kind of forgot for a second there. So I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. I'm just, as I said, I haven't filmed in like 2 months, and some really bad shit went on in my life, in my personal life. I really missed filming, and like, I really wanted to kick this, you know, channel to get it off the ground and just be really consistent with uploading, but that just wasn't in my cards, you know. Not to mention, like, I did start it after the coronavirus has already spread, you know, after it was a thing in March. I did start it then, So I can't really blame it on coronavirus, and I'm not. I am blaming it on a bunch of stuff that went on in my personal life, and including like moving to this apartment and stuff like that. It was everything, but like this last 2 months were hell, to be honest. And I'm just glad, you know, sitting in front of the camera, doing stuff that I like, talking about makeup, and not thinking about everything else that's basically shitty. So I am a hella glowy, and I'm also gonna use a new product for me, which is this Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Setting Mist. Now, I don't like this. I bought this for this video because I do like to set my face. It smells like the pool. It smells like coconut, but in a really extreme way, like, and it shouldn't be the last step of a routine. Like, it's not something that should sit on top of your skin when you're talking about skincare. The way hyaluronic acid works is that it locks a lot of moisture inside of it. Like, it draws moisture from all around you and it locks it in. It's a humectant, but you do need something, what's the name of it? Like, I watch so many skincare channels, but still English is not my first language, and it's just really hard to like think of words just like that. But you do need a barrier basically to lock that moisture inside your skin. If you don't have that barrier, then the hyaluronic acid can actually draw moisture from the bottom layers of your skin and like basically make it fade away into the air because you don't have that barrier. So as a last step of your like skincare routine, it's bad, but even like doing it after makeup, I kind of feel like it's even worse. I do think it's gimmicky, and I'm pretty sure that this, like, the hyaluronic acid inside of it is pretty last in the ingredient list, so I'm not worried that it's just gonna make like dry up my skin. But I don't believe in this as a product. I don't know why I bought it. I bought it because, I don't know, I was intrigued and I wasn't thinking, and I heard a lot of things about it, but still I can feel the smell right now. It's really strong, so it's very heavily scented, and either it doesn't have that much hyaluronic acid, which is better than it actually doing what it's claiming to do, which will make your skin worse. You know what I mean? So it's fine. I don't think it's gonna damage my skin or anything. I just don't think this is a good idea for a product. I don't like this specific product, and I don't know how I'm gonna continue using it, but I will try. That was a rant, I'm sorry. Let's move on to the eyes, I guess. Yeah. So for the eyes, before I zoom you further in, I do have like 2 palettes and then a bunch of singles. So I have the Good Sport palette. This was discontinued. I did switch out this shade right here. It was like a really dark olive green, which is called Trophies, sorry. But I didn't like how it performed. It was really patchy. It was really gray on my eyes. So I just put some other Colourpop single in it. And I do have this palette, which I'm going to use today, which is the Sweet Talk palette. And again, these 2 shades were pressed glitters, so I just like Frankensteined these shades from other Colourpop palettes into this one. So it's just a gold and like a really, I don't know, this color. And I have these ginormous palettes with all of my singles. So just a bunch of these are Colourpop, the purpley one, and like just a bunch of these oranges. And this is my last single Z palette. It's not a Z palette, but like, you know, a magnetic palette, and all of these blues, and like I just have a bunch of Colourpop single shadows, which is, I don't know, a weird flex. But anyway, I'm just gonna use the Sweet Talk palette for my eye look today. And the one thing that I am not gonna use Colourpop, I think, like I can use their concealer as an eyeshadow base for the sake of this video. I think I'm gonna do that, but just for the record, I never ever use concealer as my base, as my eyeshadow base, because it doesn't last on me. I have really extremely oily eyelids, so I'm gonna use it today because I'm not going anywhere. This is really more of a dry formula, which I like. It's really surprising, but since this wand is so big and so full of product, it's better that it's not too wet. And it gives me time to build it up without it clumping. It looks kind of flaky, just because it is so dry of a formula. That could be a problem. Today is not the day to test it though, because it's like, yeah, it's almost 6 p.m. I am not doing great today. I had so many plans just to do, like, stuff to do around the house, things I really want to sew, and I've just been really just resting and, you know, I watched the second season of Dirty John, which is so good. It's crazy good. The first season was good. It was rough, but it was good. But the second season was so good. So much better. I mean, it's a different story, different, you know, actors, different everything. So you really can't compare, but it was really good. Okay, so let's move on to lips. I have a bunch of lip products from Colourpop. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lipsticks and 2 blotted lips, which are like my favorite formula from Colourpop, which of course was discontinued. So for the blotted lips, I have Candy Floss and Sucker. Candy Floss is like, yeah, it's really beaten up. Like, it's my favorite. It's almost gone. It was like double this. So it's like a very nice peachy nude. Like, not that peachy. It's kind of a brownie nude, which I love. Sucker is more of a peachy nude. These are really great for summer. They're just a really nice formula. They're matte, but they're not drying, and they're not like full opacity. I do have Casanova, which is like a really, really bright, cool tone pink. It's so gorgeous. I have Chi Chi, which is a bright orange. I think maybe this is the one that I will use. It's like a bright reddish orange. Let's see my face. Will it work? No, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm very, like, it's really hard for me to decide on a lip color. Anyway, I have Chi Chi. I have a Dream Date, which is like one of those with the clear cap for some reason. It's a very pale yellow based nude. Very, very pale. I love it though. I have Gold Digger, which is like a brick dusty red. I don't know if that's a thing. Brills, which is a lavender, which I've used a few times on my channel already. And a Love Life. This one is more of a brick red, to be honest. So those are the lipsticks. I wish I could like consult you and you could like vote on which lip color I can use, because that would make my life so much easier. And I have 6 Luxe lipsticks. I have which I have used in a video which I haven't uploaded yet, because it was just like me trying to hang on to sanity while filming, but not really, and also not having time and the mental capacity to edit what I filmed. So I did film a look using neon pigments, which was a total disaster, by the way. So if I do end up uploading that video next, then you will be able to see that one. This is Carousel. This is like a very, very pale peach. Maybe I will use this one. Tiptoe is like my favorite nude. It's so nice. It's kind of a peachy, but more of a neutral, cool tone. This is Y2K. It's one of their Velvet Blur lipsticks. I don't love this formula, and it's just like a brown. This is Cinderella from their Disney collection, which is a cool tone pink, which I adore. And this is Maleficent, which is like a dark fuchsia. It's kind of a berry toned, which I also like. I can go for Carousel, which is like an extremely peachy nude. It will go well with this very peachy like eye look. Yeah, let's try that. But I'm pretty sure it's too light for what I'm going for. You know what? Let's start with Candy Floss, the blotted lip. I'm sorry, it's discontinued since forever. It's really crusty and disgusting. I am definitely removing some lint off it while I'm talking right now, but I just love it too much. And it's still really creamy. So it's like, yeah, kind of more of a orangey, burnt, like brownie nude. It's so hard describing tones of colors. So I think this will be my base, but I will put some of Carousel on the, like, I don't know, inner part. It's just very pale. This is a nice combination, actually. So this is the finished look. I love it, of course. I do love this eyeshadow palette. It's really neutral for me, like for a person like me, which is insanely into color and color combination. There isn't like a color combination here. It's just, you know, peach. It's just the one sort of color family. You don't have like opposite colors, but it's gorgeous and I do love it, and the formula is so on point. Like, it was just so easy to create this look, and it looks like so glam and wonderful. So I highly recommend that palette if you're in the market for something like that. The Colourpop eyeshadows are really great in my opinion. Great for the price, but also great for, like, in comparison to other higher price tag eyeshadows. So I do recommend them. I love their singles, I love their palettes. I don't think that you get really duds, you know what I mean? It's just the color selection and what you're more into. So just don't buy everything they come out with, but if you do find something that you like, I'm sure you won't be disappointed by the quality. So highly recommend. Colourpop is one of my favorite brands. It's just so accessible price-wise, and they always have like everything. Basically, you can get a full face. It's really affordable, and the quality is really great. So even if you are not into like one formula, they will have a different formula that you might like better. They have a different, like, bunch of foundations and bunch of concealers and powders, and like, it's just something for everyone. So if you're in the market for anything, you should consider Colourpop. This was kind of disappointing, this debacle, using it for the first time. It was, yeah, but I'm pretty sure it's fixable. Like, I can just glue it. Like, it's just, it came off. It happens. The color is great. I do love it on my cheeks. Both of these are so great. The formulation is really slippy, but it's long lasting. It's not tacky at all. Like, I don't feel like, I'm not afraid that it's gonna slip and slide. It's slippy in terms of when you go to blend it out. The mascara is really beautiful, actually, and I really enjoy it. I like, my favorite mascaras are Essence and stuff like that. So if this one is more long lasting, if it doesn't crumble on me, if I can remove it easily, then maybe it can replace my Essence ones. But to be honest, like, I'm not looking for a replacement. I just bought it, you know, to to get it, like, just to do the full face of Colourpop. The things that I don't love, I already said. I don't love this powder, but it's like good for the winter. And it's good. It's not bad. It's just not that long lasting on me. But like, for something like this, for going to work, for not that hot of a day, for winter, you know what I mean? Like, it's fine, it works, and it's affordable, and it's here. I already have it, so I'm just gonna, you know, use it up. Like, okay, and this, I don't know why I bought, seriously, because I know, because I wanted to do a full face, and I wanted to have a setting spray, and I'm always curious about the mist, you know. Oh, they came out with a setting spray. Is the mist, how is the mist gonna be like? Which is just this plastic component. It's not even the mist, like the thing itself. But that's always what gets me going. Like, ooh, maybe this is a fine mist. Maybe I will like the mister on it. I don't think that this is a good idea to begin with. Just putting hyaluronic acid in the last step of your routine, whatever it is, just because everything I said before. So yeah, I don't know, it's probably fine. I'm probably just gonna continue using it, maybe like more so during the summer. So yeah, not my favorite, but other than that, everything I used today, everything I tried, and everything I already owned, I love from Colourpop. They have some formulas that are not my personal favorites, but they're not bad. Like, I haven't encountered a product by them that was bad. So that's saying a lot for a company that that brings out so many different formulas and so fast. They really put the money into like development, and they really think about what people want. So even though they come out with a lot, and I don't buy like 99% of the stuff that you know comes out, whatever I do buy, I'm rarely disappointed. So there's that. Anyway, this is my full face of Colourpop. This was everything I own from Colourpop. I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. That really helps out my channel, even especially when I'm uploading like once a year. And yeah, that's it. Stay safe, be happy and healthy. I hope you're doing well. I am fine. I will do better. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.